Trump had himself the most unbelievably well-attended rally in New Jersey, of all places. Wildwood, I think it was. The crowd, of course, most of the mainstream media channels do not like to show how big the crowd was. Estimated 100,000 people in a blue state came out to see him, spent hours waiting in line. Here's just a little video of the crowd. It was amazing.
Yeah, you don't see that for Biden. You don't see that.
Yeah. This will never happen for Biden.
Seriously. Could he do that? He can't.
I mean,
no.
There's no way. There's no way.
He gets tens of people.
So Trump wanted to comment because, there's always an area that's cordoned off for the press to attend these things. And they never like to show in back, right? They show the crowd that's assembled behind Trump, which, by the way, I noticed was a lot of young people, which was exciting.
It is exciting.
But the press, since they're basically in the front, they never turn around to show the crowd in the back because that would make Trump look too good. Yep. And I love that he called them out.
I always tell the press, turn your cameras around to show the audience, okay? They never do it. Look, fake news. They never do it.
Fake news.
They never do it.
I love the crowds like turn around. They don't do it.
Here.
Love that.
They're turning on them. They're turning on the media. Yeah.
David makes a good point. David Niehoff said he drew big crowds last election and we saw what happened. Exactly. And it's the first thing I said to my husband when I saw this crowd. I was like, I wish that crowd translated into votes for sure, but it doesn't. It doesn't matter how big these crowds are. The only crowd that matters is on election day. That's it.
Right. You're absolutely right about that. You're right. Because you're right. Because
and I don't want people to see this and think, oh, it's in the bag. It is not.
It's all about the voter rolls and people actually getting off their butts and going to vote, because I see it here in Texas too. It's like, I know that we're like, the area that I live in is predominantly red, but that doesn't mean that people go vote.
Yeah.
Because it's true.
So frustrating.
Frustrating. Mm-hmm.
Trump also talked about taxes, because we've heard a lot about Biden, how excited he is to remove the Trump tax cuts. Here is Trump saying what he'll do about taxes.
Instead of a Biden tax hike, I'll give you a Trump middle class, upper class, lower class, business class, big tax cut. You're going to have the biggest tax cut.
God willing.
Yes. Yes, please. Yes. And then this was quite a moment. NFL Giants, former Giants, these are Giant legends, Lawrence Taylor and Otis Anderson came out to this rally in support of Trump, and that took a lot of people by surprise.
I just want to say, I grew up a Democrat, and I've always been a Democrat until I met this man right here. I'll tell you what. He will not have to worry about nobody in my family ever vote for a Democrat again. Okay.
Dakota.
Dang.
That's awesome. That's freaking awesome. Yeah. I mean, this is the thing. I think a lot of people are starting to wake up. I hope
so. God, I hope so too. I hope, and that it translates, that they actually do the thing and they vote, whether it's early or on the day. I don't care at this point. Just do the thing.
Just go and do it. Pull the lever. Okay. As you know, we adopted a dog, not really willingly, just sort of fell onto our property back around Christmas time. Theo was a mess.
Moosh Bear.
He's just a mushy dog. And he was a mess, you guys. A mess. Okay. At the time, I didn't realize exactly what a mess he was, but we took on kind of a hot mess. So he's had ear infections. He's had all sorts of hot spots. He is a Pyrenees mix. So he's very hairy and thick hair and all sorts of stuff with his skin. He has allergies. He has all sorts of just a problem dog. Coat Defense has come to the rescue. I mean, dozens of times at this point with the preventative powder, and we use the balm. Those are the two that we use the most with him. Plus, I use the shampoo on him. I wash him more than any dog that I've ever had. The shampoo is a godsend, and he's great with it. But the balm, he's had a lot of hot spots. That balm, it cures them, absolutely cures them. And it's not just for his little, I mean, I know that other people will use it like on toe beans and on their little noses and stuff like that, but I use it on hot spots. And then the powder in the ears, it's like miraculous. So a lot of people will take their dogs to the vet and they're like, oh, ear infections, let's spend all this money on all these different drugs. I'm telling you, this stuff, Coat Defense is the best stuff. It really is. Plus, it's non-toxic. If they ingest it by accident, you don't have to worry about it. If they're licking their paws a lot or licking a lot, and they get it in their system, you have to worry about that. It's just wonderful stuff. I mean, this is stuff that humans can use on their body. So,
and they have a human product line as well, and stuff for cats, horses. It's not just for dogs, although that's what we use it for. But they've got a whole different range of products, and you can save 15% on your order at checkout on your whole order at coatdefense.com. That's coatdefense.com. Don't forget to use code SHIX. And then in stark contrast to all these campus protests that we've seen and all the hullabaloo, I like that Joe Concha pointed out something very interesting about Trump, about this rally, and really all Trump rallies.
So overall, it was amazing to see 100,000 people, according to the city of Wildwood, at this rally, and all of them congregated, and no one rioted. And no one looted, and there wasn't any anti-Semitism in the air. It was a happy environment, whether we're talking about the crowd, whether we're talking about Donald Trump, who relished the moment.
That's right. I mean, that's how, remember when we used to go to Tea Party rallies? It was like that. We'd clean up afterwards.
Yeah,
we'd clean up our own mess when we were done, you know, of what little mess that was made. I mean, this is how we are on our side of the aisle.
Compare that to like a climate protest.
Right.
They leave the place trashed.
Yeah, they totally trashed the place because they're really into the environment.
But then, of course, Democrats can't stand to see happy, joyous, 100,000 people strong events like this. They want to turn everybody's attention back to scary January 6th and what Trump is going to do if he wins again.
Do you have any worry about the possibility of another January 6th style insurrection on January 6th, 2025?
Unfortunately, a number of Republicans in the Congress after January 6th characterized it as tourists who just got a little overexcited, minimizing and normalizing violence. And Trump has never made any secret in his rallies and in his statements that there's a subtext of violence that's permissible, at least under his banner. And so I think that's another part of the danger we face, that he is clearly setting the ground for more violence, more insurrection.
Right.
And he gets to decide when and where and why.
Right.
That's just nonsense.
Minimizing and normalizing violence. Kind of like CNN talking about how peaceful the protesters were with the freaking fire going on behind them. This guy can suck it. Seriously, minimizing and normalizing violence. You guys have been doing that for years with BLM and Antifa, and now all the Hamas people, all these Hamas lovers on your side of the aisle. Seriously, take all the seats, all of them.
I know. Well, and there are Democrats who are starting to get legit concerned, and so
they should be.
Fareed Zachariah. That actually works better with Casbah, right? Rockin' the Cas. Fareed Zachariah. That totally works. I love it. It works so well, doesn't it?
I'm sure he loves it too. And we're like, rock the Casbah.
I mean, his name is perfect for that.
I'm sure his parents named him that for that purpose. Exactly why.